But nah, here's my thing, man. I didn't realize how dumb these niggas were though, yo. Like the soldiers, like Odysseus' men, man, they were dumb as shit, man. Like this should have been a comedy, man. Just how dumb them niggas were, yo. Like that, them niggas was stupid, man. Like they were like, I mean, you gotta think it is 3,000 years ago, but man, like how them niggas is dumb, yo. Like when they went into Cyclops' cave, right? First of all, they went when they were coming back from war and they were in them boats or whatever, and they were trying to stop by each land. Or when they stopped, made their different stops, man. The first stop they made, these niggas went into a cave with a fire that was still going, right? So one, that should have let you know that somebody was home or somebody was nearby, number one. Then two, like you saw like packages of meat like that were like on the wall just all around the cave, and they were like high up. It's like, how the fuck do you think all this meat, pause, got that high up on the wall? And it's just there for you to eat. And they sitting there eating it like, oh man, this is good, some good meat. And they just sitting there chilling, just waiting on the destruction to come, man. Man, look, I'm not trying to be mean, but them niggas deserve to get eaten up, yo. Like whoever got ate by Cyclops, man, deserved that. That's just some shit. Like when you go into a dwelling that's not yours, you got to look for signs of life, nigga. Like you got to look for signs of life, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if the fire was out, nigga, touch the rocks, nigga, touch the wood. If it's hot, that means that the motherfucker just left. You know what I'm saying? Just being stupid. I was talking to someone about the joint, and they were saying how they didn't get how or why Cyclops was eating some of the men, because if you notice, Cyclops wasn't eating all of his sheep. Like he would let the flock of sheep out to go graze, and then come back in, and then he would like I guess pluck whatever sheep he wanted to cook to eat or whatever. But it was like they would come and go. But then Cyclops made it a point to eat some of the men. You know, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. If you go into a dwelling that's not yours, and you don't look for signs of life, yo, you deserve whatever's coming to you. Like when you watch those like those mystery shows or like those suspense TV shows, the first thing, like when the camera switches to like the coffee cup, if it's hot, like if it still got like steam coming out the cup, or if you see a cigarette in an ashtray and the smoke is still coming up, that means that the person is not that far away. Either they just left or they on their way back. Either way, you don't want to be there. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how these niggas like survived a war, yo. Like, how do you fight a war and win being that goddamn stupid? Like, they had no common sense, man. Like them dudes, like them dudes was dumber than the fucking sheep. Like man, fuck out of here, man. Man, they got poor, them dudes have poor situational awareness, yo. If anything, like I was like, I had to make sure that my situational awareness is on tap, man, because I want to make sure I'm not missing nothing, yo. Like look, 3,000 years from now, I don't want to look back on me. I mean, I'm probably not going to, because no one's looked back 3,000 years on themselves, right? But man, that shit was like, man, I'll be embarrassed, yo. If I was part of that crew, I'll be embarrassed to even be a part of that, to even be a part of them niggas, yo. To be that fucking stupid. Yeah, man. And then they ran off, and they finally got away from Cyclops, and then Odysseus had to shoot him in the eye again. Like like if he just got out the cave and left, you know what I'm saying? If they just escaped, then Poseidon, the god of the sea, wouldn't have probably like fuck with him like that. But he had to shoot him in the eye And then Poseidon, found out about it and then made his ride home or made his journey home even worse. Um, then they ended up on this land, and then they were there, and it's just, man, the shit just poor situational awareness, yo. Like, if they didn't learn from the Cyclops shit, then it's like the next shit with the Giants, man. That like when they went on to the next land that they got to, and they saw that little girl with the armor on by herself in the forest. First off, it's like, yeah, you want to always you always want to like be mindful and look out for the children and shit. But that shit was odd, man. Just this little girl with like a helmet on in the middle of a forest, and they trying to see like, hey, what's going on? Like, yeah, it's okay to ask and to figure out what's going on. But when she started screaming, they should have just went back to the boat, yo. Head back to. I mean, if you see a nigga with one eye, if you see a giant with one eye in a cave, if you saw that and got away from that, and then you go to the next land, and then you see this little girl out there, like if you see like a little girl by herself in like a armor or in like a metal helmet, and if she starts screaming, nigga, if you saw some bullshit already, man, you should have known, nigga. Just head for the boats, man. Head back to the boats, man. But they're trying to figure out why she's screaming and hey, everything is okay, and hey, come back. And when them giants came out, man, they slaughtered the niggas, man. Yeah, I'm like, man, you dummies. Oh man, that shit was crazy. Just being dumb, man. It's like, how many warning signs do you need? And then here's the thing. Here's the part where I'm like, this is the part that tripped me out, man. That scene with Cersei, the witch, man. Oh my god, man. When they got to the next land, right? They was beefing with Odysseus and shit because like Odysseus like knew. Well, they were beefing like with Odysseus because he knew certain shit. Like basically, they were like, "Look, you're no longer in charge. We gonna go ahead and we gonna lead ourselves." And they ended up on this island or this land or whatever. And nigga, when they walked past the tiger that just looked at them, they had a tiger that was just chilling. Then there was a lion. Then they walked past a puma and then a jaguar, and they were just chilling. It's like, yo. And you know what's funny? When they walked past them, they didn't even like turn their back to see if they were gonna like if those wild cats were gonna come after them, right? Like they didn't even like. To me, it's like, look, if you already on the island, yo, if you see like if you're like in that type of like wildlife and you need something to eat, yo, you might want to shoot one of them cats. Because if they shot one of the cats or the if they shot one of them cats, they would have seen that the cat healed back into a human. And when they saw that, they would have been like, "Yo, what the fuck? This land is weird. We got to go back. Like this shit don't make no sense." But man, they went up to Cersei house, and man, even Cersei, the bitch was weird. Like she just was like they went into the house, and like I said, man, poor situational awareness. Pots cooking, food, all this food made, no one in the house, and they thinking that oh shit, like let's just chill and let's just hang out here, And then finally, when they ran into Cersei, her reaction was just hilarious, man. She started screaming and shit, and she got him with that surrender tactic. That's what she got him with, like one of the 48 laws of power. Like she got him with that surrender tactic where she was screaming and then she was like, "Don't hurt me, don't hurt me." She was crazy as shit. And then after, they were like, "Oh no, we're not here to hurt you. We're here to get some food. We're just hungry. Like, we've been at sea and we're just humming. We're just trying to, get some food or whatever." And nigga, when she had all that food and when they asked, "Yo, who'd you make this food for?" And she said, "Nobody." Nigga, that's your red flag, man, to get the fuck out, man. Like that shit, man. Like that scene was so trippy, man. Like I'm like, yo, I'm not eating at nobody house like that, yo. Like I see why. Like when I was young, like there were like people that I knew that just wouldn't eat at other people's houses, you know. Like they wouldn't eat at other people's houses and shit. Like every time you ask them, they come over, they be like, "Hey man, you want something to eat?" They just do this. "Hey man, you want something to eat?" "No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm full. No, I'm good." Right? And I never. It was like weird. It's like I wonder if those people read the Odyssey and knew about Cersei, and that's why they didn't want to eat at nobody's house. You know, man. Cause right now, man, I'm like real. Like that scene made me be real cautious about who house I eat at, man. And then when somebody make food in their house, man, you make sure they eat their own shit too. That's something I learned, man. Make sure like you make if someone offer you food and you gonna eat at their house, you make sure that they eat and you watch them take the first bite and make sure you watch and you make sure you watch them swallow their shit. Right? Even if you got to, man, swap bowls and shit. So that way if they on some bullshit, they gotta eat their shit, you know? Just dumb, yo. But that scene was trippy, man. They up there eating and like they couldn't stop eating it. You could tell they were trying to stop eating, but they couldn't stop eating. And then they're just like putting food in their mouth and they're just like trying to stop. And then Cersei is sitting here just watching them. And then she would get up and then she molded their fucking face into pigs. Oh man, that scene was trippy, man. That shit was like, um, it was disturbing. It wasn't like gory, but it was disturbing enough to make me be like, you know what? Let me be careful who house I eat at. But but nah, that was the shit, right? The shit that would have made me like first off, when I saw them tigers and lions and shit sitting there, first off, I'm like, yeah, that nigga, it's a tiger, nigga. We can't be on this. If they got tigers on this land, the fuck? We see we see all these cats on this land, yo. Nah. I would have turned back then. But to me, the scene that I started laughing at, where I was like, yo, to me, we should have turned the fuck around, is when Cersei was like, yeah, y'all can eat, but leave your armor in the back. And when they took their armor off, you saw the armor of other soldiers in the back just laying there. And these niggas took their shit off, and they were literally taking their shit off, putting their armor on top of other people's armor that used to be there before, you know? Like you literally heard them go click clink, click clink, click clink. I'd have been like, nigga. I'd have been like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who? I'd have been like, yo, who armor is this? Because whoever it is, are they coming back? Like people just don't leave their armor. Like what happened? You know? So yeah, nah, man. Um, that Cersei scene was real trippy because I may have like remember hearing about that in class. Like, you know how we did like in high school, man. Like, you read and then you discuss like what you read on and whatever. And at the time when you in school, you gotta think you taking like 8 classes and shit, and you like, yo, I gotta worry about prepping for SATs, and I gotta worry about basketball practice and making the team. I gotta like you got too much shit to worry about. So they probably talked about it in class, but I forgot about it, you know. Um, but now, man, um, with me knowing what I know now, man, or just how I am, I would have definitely survived the Odyssey, man. I would have been like, man, y'all niggas on your own, yo. I'm not, man. Now fuck that. I'm not traveling with these dummies, man. Now I would have went and made me like a little raft, and I would have been like, hey, peace. I would have made my own little raft and just rode myself the fuck home, yo. Um, yeah, nah, mm-mm. Nah, I would have, like when I saw, like, when you see people doing dumb stuff, man, like that's one thing about me, right? When I see people doing dumb shit, I don't stick around, man, because when you try to like preach common sense to people, they gonna take offense to that, or they're not gonna know what you even talking about, you know. And then if me trying to talk common sense into somebody is gonna put me at risk, nigga, I'm out, yo. I'm not sitting around waiting, yo. I ain't got time for that dumb shit, man. Um, But nah, man. But yeah, I still can't get over, man, how man, that scene, that Cersei scene, man, when she turned them into pigs, man, that shit was so disturbing, man. But it's like it was their fault though, you know.